Dave Brandt is recognized by millions for a meme that went viral on the internet a few years ago, but his impact reaches far beyond his online presence. Sadly, Dave passed away following an accident in May 2023. Growing up, Dave farmed with his grandparents and during his teenage years raised a small dairy and swine herd, but his farming career truly took off in 1970 when he returned home from serving in the Vietnam War. Dave's son suspects that through Dave's military experience and the devastation he witnessed overseas, there was born this passion of being a caretaker of the soil and to help other people.
Really grew from just down the street from this farm on the tenant farm. He was very fortunate later to be able to purchase the homestead here from his grandfather and carry on the family tradition. So as a beginning farmer, he got some advice on how to control erosion by planting in the waterways. And that kind of carried over, introducing other species of cover crops, which were known as green manure at the time. And so he learned skills at management of these tools and was able to share that information with others.
From that point on, Dave's career was centered around soil health and conservation practices and sharing his knowledge with other farmers. Dave hosted and led countless field days, conferences, and local meetings to educate growers on the use of soil conservation practices. He was also one of the founding members of the Ohio No-Till Council, for which he served on the board of directors and as president for 14 years. In 1990, Dave began partnering with Ohio State University Extension, especially through the South Center's experimental station, to study, demonstrate, and educate others on soil conservation, no-till practices, and soil health.
And so it was through these associations, again, that by doing the example work here on the farm and having the assistance with the university, we could collect hard data so people could actually see numerical benefits, right? Not just anecdotal things that I feel like the soil's loose or I have these nutrients available, but we have collected data.
Dave is affectionately known by many as the godfather of soil health. State and national recognitions bestowed upon Dave across 5 decades are many. A few include the Outstanding Ohio Young Farmer, Ohio Conservation Farmer Award, Ohio Non-Point Pollution Reduction Award, U.S. EPA Special Recognition Award, and most recently, the David Brandt Soil Legacy Award from the No-Till on the Plains organization in Kansas. Despite his success, Dave was also known as a humble man who spoke to every person with the same level of compassion, honesty, and authenticity.
And he didn't see himself as being separated from anybody else either, right? So he was connected to the young person. He was connected to the political or business official the same way. He could relate to them at their level because of his experiences and the opportunities that he's had. It was his goal in life just to be honest all the time. And his thought was it didn't matter who the person was, he was always going to be honest with them.
Dave passed away in 2023, but his legacy lives on through his family, who continues to run their multi-generational farm in Fairfield County, through the organizations he was a part of, and through farmers everywhere who continue to use his practices and carry on his curiosity to find new and better ways to build the soil upon which they farm.
The big thing that Dad would like to see is that everybody keep doing what you're doing as far as growing in your knowledge and adoption of these practices, save the soil, and keep farming.
Dave was the epitome of leading by example. He believed in the power of farmer-to-farmer education and has been extensively commended by his peers for his common-sense approach to farming and ag innovation. He is missed by all who knew him, but there is no doubt that his impact on the agriculture community will be felt and honored for generations to come.
It's always interesting to be, in the shadow of greatness. But as Dad would always say, he's just planting the seed for us to grow and nurture, right? So it will be ours, whatever we grow and develop. And that's what he would want. So we're very pleased and know that we are very fortunate to have his experience and his education here behind us. And so again, we want to carry that forward to our neighbors and all around.
From the Brandt Farm and Walnut Creek Seeds, we'd like to thank you very much for spending your day with us and enjoy We'll be around to answer some questions later on.
A trusted expert, consultant, and mentor, the Ohio Agricultural Council is proud to induct David W. Brandt into the Ohio Agricultural Hall of Fame.